Hi friends, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my nighttime skincare dental routine. Yeah, I feel like I need to wear this robe behind me to really get into the spirit. So, slay. Okay, this might actually make me extremely overstimulated. I'll use it until I can no longer use it. Okay, so the first step in my routine when I'm about to, SEONGSU for the night, mind you, it's literally 8:30 at night. I'm probably not gonna go to bed for a couple of hours. However, I love to get a head start on my night routine. It makes me feel so super clean. Anywho, first step, put up your hair. I'm tired of seeing these videos on my For You page or on YouTube of people doing their skincare with their hair down. No ma'am. So I actually asked my mom if she had like a headband for her skincare. She said yes. Typically, I do not use a headband for my skincare or whatever these are. I'm assuming they go on your wrist. But for the sake of today's video and me trying to emulate the Vogue video, we're gonna use this. The widow's peak goes crazy. Step number 1 is done. Now, let's move on to flossing. Also, a super big disclaimer. If I do anything wrong in this video, or if I do something remotely incorrect, let me know. I am not a professional. This is not me telling you how to do your skincare. This is me showing you mine. Okay, so I just grabbed these flosses. When I was in Korea, I had friends that called these plackers.
Huh?
No, it's just floss. And I just go into my teeth. I try to make sure that I really get in my back teeth because I always lack there in brushing, so at least I can make up for it in flossing. That's my philosophy, I guess. Haha, philosophy, ha. And then for the other side of the one, I grab another one. I like to use this back end here to I don't want to say dig because that's not good for your gums, but get into the spots, especially in these front teeth that I can't get into with the floss because I have a permanent retainer in the back, so I can't reach it. This is also just a great way to loosen the plaque, so when you brush your teeth, you can actually get it. Okay, next step, brush your teeth, folks. Brush your teeth. I don't want to be smelling no stinky breath. Electric toothbrush, crust toothpaste. Wet your toothbrush before. Place the toothpaste. Wet again. And then brush for 2 minutes. And brush your tongue. Your tongue holds so much bacteria. This is where your stanky breath comes from. So brush your tongue. Pearly whites. If you are not huffing and puffing and having toothpaste spilling out of your mouth when you're brushing your teeth, I don't believe that you're brushing your teeth that great. Pro tip, brush your teeth before you wash your face because all the gunk that gets everywhere on your face from brushing your teeth is going to be washed away instead of the opposite, okay? So on my phone, I have my morning skincare, my PM skincare, and I have my body care routine for my shower and my nail routine. So this is what I do for my night skincare, okay? I failed to mention that before you touch your face, wash your hands. I had already done that after brushing my teeth, but you should always wash your hands. I just didn't mention it because it's a no-brainer, but I feel like for some, I need to mention it. So before you touch your face with your hands, because your hands have been everywhere, they're grimy, they're gross, wash your hands. Okay, cool. Back to the video. Number 1, double cleanse. So I use the Anua Heartleaf Pore Control Cleansing Oil and pair it with the Anua Heartleaf Pore Deep Cleansing Foam. This is super popular in Korea. I bought another set because I loved it that much. So let's double cleanse. I do a 2 spritz like that. And I put it on my face. I didn't take off my nose pimple patch. When I landed back in Canada, my skin was so bad. But when I was in Korea, oh my god, my skin was beautiful. Mind you, my gut health there was also just so much better, right? With the kimchi and all the vegetables that I was eating and the probiotics that I was drinking, like so much better. And I drank a lot of water and I was exercising more. So much better for my skin, and just overall my health was a lot better in Korea. And then I came back home and I landed and I had this monster of a pimple on my nose that literally just yesterday, after having it for like a week and a half, popped. It finally popped. I wasn't wearing makeup today, so there's not any makeup coming off. Just sunscreen. Add a little water, emulsify it real quick. Get that off of your face. Okay, once the first cleanser is done, go in with the second cleanser. This one is an exfoliating cleanser. Going with a little bit, that goes a long way with this one. I gotta get the nose area. Sometimes after this step, I will add a sheet mask. Tonight, I'm not going to. I look like a wet dog. So once I'm done double cleansing, I'll then go in with my toner of choice, whether that be the Abib Heartleaf Essence Pads. These ones I usually use in the morning though. I don't typically use that at night. Or my Laneige Cream Skin Serapeptide Refiner. This one I usually reach for. I just tap that in. Once that is on, I grab my niacinamide from The Ordinary, and I'm actually running out of her. So sad. But I just put a little bit on my cheeks. I like to do this 5 times a week usually, or use my hyaluronic acid, and then I use my glycolic acid twice a week on my face to like exfoliate it, to chemically exfoliate it. But I also like to use glycolic acid on like my armpits or my knees or my elbows. I've started recently doing my knees and my elbows, but I've been putting on my armpits for a little bit now because it helps even out the coloration and also helps with BO. Fun fact, this is my glycolic acid, also from The Ordinary. They're pretty affordable, they're pretty good. Once that is done, I go with my Vita C Dark Circle Eye Cream. This makes me feel like my skincare is just about complete, even though I do have one more step after this. But yeah, just put it underneath my eyes and I dab it in so it fully absorbs. I don't really like to rub it, and I dab it all along my eyelid. Same thing on the other side. And boom. Boom. Last is moisturizer, and I put on the Abib Sedum Hyaluron Cream. This I got in Korea, and I got 2 for like 24 bucks or something like that. And I recently found a store in the mall closest to me that also sells K-Beauty, and tell me why, it was $34 for one pot. Okay, I got 2 for like $10 cheaper, but okay. This routine has become ingrained in me, and like before, when I was younger, like a few years ago, if I would go to sleep without like washing my face, I would feel completely fine. Like it didn't really bother me all that much, but like I always have to brush my teeth before bed, right? But now, if I go to bed without washing my face or without cleansing or without doing my actual routine, I actually tweak the fuck out and can't fall asleep. Like it just needs to be done. Then I go in with my chapstick. This one's from Bring Green. I just moisturize my lips. I used to be an Aquaphor girl, still am. Probably will go back to it once, oh that was a lot, once my chapsticks are finished. And the actual last step is putting on one of these pimple patches. These are my favorite. They are the Abib Heartleaf Calming Spot Patches. I love using these because they calm down, they calm down the redness on your face, but I feel like these ones are just so much more effective than any other pimple patch that I've ever tried. And considering I had this monstrosity on my face for 2 weeks, these have done wonders. I'll put one on every night, and slowly but surely every morning there will be more coming out of this little person that's sitting on my nose. It also just like fits the contour of my face, and it's super flexible, which is really nice, and practically invisible unless I go super close. Yeah, love these things so much, and I wish I got more. I'm just gonna have to, once they run out. figure it out. I don't know. Do you see how it's like getting red? Is that the product working or is that my skin having a reaction? One may never know. Anywho, that is my skincare routine at nighttime. My PM skincare routine. Now I feel all fresh and I can sleep now. I know a lot of people like to do like lip masks or like overnight masks. I do have Laneige sleeping masks for the lips. I do that sometimes. I usually just go in with like my chapstick, but I use those like chapsticks too. I don't know how to explain it. Don't I look so clean and pristine? Also, tonight is not one of the nights, but sometimes what I've started doing is hair oiling. I'm gonna start probably hair oiling overnight to get like a full 8 hours and then washing my hair in the morning. It's just difficult when you work full time and start at 8:30 because that would mean that I'd have to wake up at like 6 and then take a shower and then dry my hair and leave my house by 8 and not ideal. So what I'll do is just like let it sit in my hair for a few hours in the afternoon and then wash it before bed. But I'm a morning showerer. I don't like showering before bed. I like to start my day with a shower. Some people think, oh, that's gross, you're going to bed, like all gross, but like I like to shower in the morning. There are also some days that I will shower twice, depending on just how gross I feel. So
I feel like I explained that horribly wrong. When I shower, and I don't know why I'm over explaining this, I just don't want people to think that I'm gross, but when I shower, it's very dependent on what I'm doing in the day. If I work at 8:30 and I know I'm gonna get gross throughout the day, I will shower after work. If I have the time to shower in the morning and my day starting a little later, I will shower in the morning because I love starting my days with a nice clean shower. But if it's a day like today where I have a little bit of time, but I have a fitness class at like 11, then I'm going to shower after the fitness class. Right? Okay. I just don't want y'all thinking that I'm gross because I'm not gross.
that is my PM skincare routine. I might do one for my AM routine if I don't look like a rat in the morning, because in the mornings it's really just not it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe. If you have any questions, do let me know. Follow me on my TikTok. I post a bunch of TikToks. You'll see a lot more of me there. Thank you for watching.